All right, good people. We are gonna continue where we left off, and this is day 4 of learning English through Duolingo. And for the past week, I didn't do any kind of streaming because I was literally lot of busy, like a hell lot of busy. Like I was working on a project that I had, and I was like, really, there is a specific word for that, engrossed in it. Like I didn't had the time to really do the streaming, right? So hopefully you guys understand this and will, forgive me for that. So, all right, enough talk and let's begin our session. So, in the last session, we completed the section 1 and unit 2, and now we are gonna move ahead with the section number 3, describe our day in college. So, let us see what is there in it for us. And I'm gonna do something more like, let me just stop the notifications for some time. Yeah. Story essay help. Prove your proficiency with legendary. Let's see what this is about.
Essay help.
Okay.
Bee and Lynn are sitting at Bee's dining table. Bee is reviewing papers and typing on her laptop. Lynn is eating chips.
Okay. B and Lean are two characters in this
Lynn, I need
conversation.
your help tutoring students. They're writing essays and they really need guidance.
Okay.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is.
It is work, but it's for a good cause. These kids don't have extra help like this.
Hmm. B suggests the kids have plenty of help. No, according to the context, she just reminded or just told to Lynn which one is Lynn or okay, this one is B and this one is Lynn. So Lynn just told B, no, B just told Lynn that they don't have enough help, enough support to learn. So that's what she meant here, that B suggests the kids have plenty of help and that's wrong. She just said that it is the opposite of it, that they don't have really much of a help.
Maybe they don't need essays. Maybe they need snacks.
Okay, so he wants to say that the children that they are talking about does not need essays, they need snacks. Hmm.
Lynn, be serious. Their essays need to be reviewed and underlined with corrections.
Okay, so see, Lynn, it is she. So she says that you don't need to make a fun of out of it, like the conversation they are having, they do not she does not want it to be turned out to be a comedic event or something like that. So she reminds her to be remain serious and give a better suggestion than like mock her around for the conversation they are having right now. So their essays need to be reviewed and underlined with corrections. So she's just kind of like telling her the importance of the task that she does, like that the essays the children that are completing needs to be reviewed, like needs to be reviewed perfectly. Like if there are any mistakes, then we do need to underline it and let the children know that they are doing a mistake somewhere.
Why don't you
And
just use something online?
why don't you just use something online? Okay, so she just suggested that she should use something online like an AI tool or something to make the corrections and let the AI do the work for her.
Online? Writing is about teaching, not apps.
Writing is about teaching, not apps. Okay?
You'll take this group, I'll take another. Start underlining mistakes.
So I guess she ended, uh, Lynn just ended, no, no, not Lynn, B just handed Lynn a group of papers which have uh, the essays written on it by the children. So she wants Lynn to help her underline the mistakes.
I feel like this isn't in my skill set.
So Lynn just said that this is not under her skill set. So basically, what she is saying that even she is not good in
You
English,
have a
I
degree.
guess.
Figure it out.
So we just said that you have a degree. So it is kind of a mocking sentence here that she's saying that you have a degree and yet you cannot help me with the task that I have given you. So she says that figure it out yourself, like solve it or find a way to help me out. This is what this say means. The figure it out here means.
Lynn scrolls on her phone while B works. B looks over, frustrated.
Okay. So Lynn scrolls on her phone while B works. B is still working on those essays that we were discussing, and Lynn is engrossed in her mobile phone, like we always the humans do. Like if you are not interested in something, then it is the most obvious choice that you will choose. So B looks over at her and looks frustrated that she does not like it that
Lynn, are you even
Lynn
doing anything?
is using a mobile instead of helping her. So that's why she says that are you even doing anything? Like are you actually helping me or not? What are you doing with that mobile on your hands? Why are you
Yep,
scrolling
I
it?
have a plan.
Yep, I have a plan. So she says that she has a plan. Maybe she's
20 minutes later,
doing
students gather around
something
Lynn.
with
They
the
all type
mobile
on
that
laptops.
she has, like some kind of help she's looking for inside that mobile. 20 minutes later, students gather around Lynn. They all type on laptops. So after 20 minutes, they gather around. The students that wrote the essays gather around the Lynn. They all type on laptops. They are typing on laptops, laptops. The students are using laptops for writing. That's what they meant here. Just right here.
What's going on?
So what's
I
going on?
set them up with an AI writing tool. It reviews, underlines, and explains everything. The kids love it.
Okay, so Lynn came up with a new brilliant idea that she ended up using a AI tool for writing the essays. She says that it reviews, underlines, and explains everything, and the kids actually love it because they don't have to, ask the teacher or let the teacher do the work. And now the AI is the teacher for them, and they actually love it.
But that's not real teaching.
Yes, that's true. Well, it is kind of a teaching, but that's not real teaching unless someone else more familiar with the subject or having a particular level of experience with that subject is not teaching you. I mean, he can guide you better, I guess, with better examples as well. But AI are taught, like AIs are fitted with these kind of data to help the users to you know have a better experience learning, I guess that's the right word. B thinks AI tools are better than, so Lin is that B is the one who proposed to use, who does not like AI, I guess. So B thinks AI tools are not real teaching. That's true.
Teaching is about results, right? Look, their essays are already better.
Teaching is all about results, right? Look, their answers are already better. So she replies, Lynn replies that it's all the teaching is all about results. Like it is kind of a confirmation sentence here that she's asking is not the teaching is about just about results and not anything else. And she also adds up that that the way they are being taught right now, like the AI way, is good because now the essays are getting better and better.
B check
B checks students' work, a flying car, a broken chair. So a broken chair is out of context, and a flying car is also out of context because there is no mention of these things, and they are just banned out of scope. And since we are already talking about essays, and it is kind of a student's work, this is the right answer.
Huh. These are actually good.
So she kinds of, accepts that uh, these are good, but she 100% is like not really agreeing with it, like 50-50. You can say that it is kind of 50-50, that she does not want to accept it that these are actually good, like you can hear the tone from how she speaks it.
Told you. Now I'm free to eat chips. Want one?
So yeah, now Lynn tells her that, yeah, I told you, I knew it, that what I am trying to say is better than what you are trying to do. She offers her chips.
No, but maybe you're not as useless as I thought.
So actually, yeah, okay. So we actually thought that Lynn is kind of a useless because she was earlier using a mobile phone while she was working or underlining the mistakes by the students on the essay. So she kinds of mocks her that she didn't thought that she was kind of intelligent, but actually thought her to be kind of total useless person.
Thanks. I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, so compliment is kind of uh, nice things said about someone. Okay, so something good said about someone. So it's not really a compliment, but she took as a compliment. So Lynn helps the students by using an AI tool, teaching them in person, writing all the essays. So yeah, Lynn is actually helping the students by using an AI tool, like we just discussed it earlier. What do you think of Lynn's solution? We'll just pass it. 'Cause this is about writing, and I'm not gonna write it yet. Maybe later. Ahead. So, so we completed the first lesson, and let's move ahead with the second one. Let's see what this is about. You finished number 19 and got demoted. So yeah, I really had a little to no time to actually, you know, work on the English lessons because I was working really hard and I didn't had the time to compete in the league, so I fell harder. Well, we will cover them soon, I guess. I always underline words in my book with this. So, how would you actually underline some words in your book using a pen? Yes, that's the correct answer. Not by T. Like, how are you gonna use T to underline something? Are you gonna dip your pen inside some like the tea and then use the liquid over your text page or something and then like stain it using the tea? How can you use bad, or how can you even use like cup? So the pen is the right correct answer.
Do you have any ideas for your final project?
So someone is asking another person that she or he have any ideas for the final project. Okay, so final project, and the replier need to say, no, I need to do some research. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. So the second option here is kind of out of context here, because the first person is asking about a specific uh, a specific question. He's asking about a specific question related to a project, and the second option here provides that he's kind of sorry to hear something. So the earlier person who said about the project didn't tell him any kind of information, but he is asking about something. So the first answer is the correct here, because it it aligns with the question here, and he says that no, I need to do some research. So he needs to do some research before he selects an idea for his or her final project. I need to review chapter 10 today. I have an dash tomorrow. So she needs to review her chapter 10 today. Review means like studying it again, but not really thoroughly, but kind of like upper level, something like that.
Review.
Look at again, yeah, not really thoroughly, but look at it like in a speedy manner. So why would someone, review something? Because uh, I have an actor tomorrow. That's out of context. I have an egg tomorrow. That is also out of context. So Apple is also here. So both of like the three options here are literally out of context here, and the exam is the only answer, because if she has an exam tomorrow, I will need to study it today, right?
Exam.
A dining hall is a university building where students can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
What does dining hall mean? So the sentence here already defined that it is a place or a building where students can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it is a place to where people can eat something. What does dining hall mean? Dark cafe for artists? No. Exciting time of year? No. Cafeteria for students? Yes, correct. That's a cafeteria is a place that where you can order or sit around it to eat your lunch, dinner, or whatever you want to eat.
In exercise 1, translate the sentences into Spanish.
In exercise 1, translate the sentences into Spanish. Can we go there together? Can I use a dictionary? So the person is asking whether can we go there or can I use a dictionary. So in the right context here, can I use a dictionary is the right word, because if we are talking about an English sentence and we want to translate it into a Spanish, we actually would require a dictionary. Some of us may require a dictionary, right? So that we can cross check the right meanings that we want to translate. So this is the right answer. Hurry up, we are. So when we are talking about hurry up, it is kind of a way to tell that we are kind of a late. We are kind of late in whatever actions we are doing. We need to buckle up or speed up something so that we can reach or do it fastly, right? So hurry up, we are. So there is a image also provided here. Hurry up, we are sad. If you are sad, then why would you hurry up? You will hurry up if you are late. If you are early, then you would not hurry up, right? You would not speed up things. And if you
Late.
are happy, you would not do these kind of things. If you are sad or happy, you would do these kind of things if and only if you are late.
What is your essay about?
What is your essay about? So she is asking, what is our essay about? A paragraph or whatever the subject is, she's asking about that. So the two answers that are provided here is it's about the first president of the US. So she says that the context about the essay that I have written about is about the first president of the United States. And the second option here says that it's about 10 miles away from here. So the second option kind of gives away like a direction or a place here. Like if someone was asking about a place, then the second option was quite right. But we are not asking about a place. We are asking about an essay or a topic that we can discuss or write on about. Okay. So it is the first one that we will use as.
Two similar things look or feel almost the same.
What does similar mean? Similar is something look alike. Okay. Look alike is something like the fingers look alike, right? The eyes look alike, right? So that's what. Two similar things look or feel almost the same. So what does similar mean? Angry and hungry? No. Far away? No. Far away is something that is distant. Angry and hungry, we know these are kind of our emotions. Angry is, yeah. And hungry is, I am kind of, no, hungry, so I need to eat food. And the third option is about not very different. Not very different is basically just, I just said that the fingers look alike and they are not really that much different. Okay.
All the university buildings are on campus.
All
All
the
the all the university buildings are on campus.
uh, campus.
Campus.
So she says that that the university buildings are on the campus. All all of the buildings.
A row is a line of seats. The front row is closest to the professor.
A row is a line of seats. A row is a line of seats. So a line that is made up of seats. That is what is you call a row. So, and the front row is closest to the professor, and it says that the front row is closest to the professor. So basically, I guess we are in a classroom, and you know that class in a classroom there are rows and columns. So rows are horizontal and columns are vertically. So the row is a line of seats. So in a row, the seats are placed in a horizontal manner, like one after the another, side by side, instead of one behind the another. So that's what she meant here, that the front row, yeah, that is the right way to say that the front row will always be like obviously to the closest to the professor, because right after the front row is where the professor or your teacher stands to teach the class or whatever the lecture that she has to give. So what does row mean? The teacher's desk? No. A line from left to right. Like I just said that a row is something that goes horizontally, not vertically. If it was something like vertical, then there would have been some other option here, like bottom to top or something like that, right?
Do you know where the laboratory is?
Do you
No,
know
where the
where
laboratory
lab
is. So she is
is?
asking if someone knows where the laboratory is. He is writing an essay. Okay. I have a written exam tomorrow. There is a dash test next week. Okay, so I guess here we are talking about the like the past sentence and like the tense of the sentence here, like he is writing an essay, so that is the present, that he is actually currently working on it. I have a written exam tomorrow, so it is about future. And then there is a dash test next week, so it is also about future, so we are gonna go with the written one.
Did you understand those confusing instructions?
Did you
Did you
understand
understand
those
those
confusing
confusing instructions?
instructions? So he's asking if you actually understood what those instructions he said, or whatever whoever told them, because he felt that it was confusing for him. Do you know what he wrote? Now we are again talking about the tenses here, and since we mentioned wrote, which is the past form of write, so the sentence here is a past tense. Do you know what he wrote? So he's asking if you know that what he wrote at that time, or whatever time he is talking about. Was the written test difficult? So now the second one is also about a past tense kind of thing, that he's asking that the test that they have given was difficult or not. So basically, the test that they are talking about already happened. So this is he is asking this about that the test that they did was in past, was that really difficult or not. So the next is the dash exam was easy, the written exam was easy, the wrote exam was easy. So here written and wrote, these are two different things. Wrote is kind of a past tense, and the written is here to tell us that the current. Okay, so he's telling it the written exam was easy, that the current exam was easy. It was not really that hard, because we are actually using, still we are using a past tense here, but I guess just let me
Written.
see. Rated by writing, yeah.
Was.
So I guess this is the right answer, or this is the right answer, not the wrote, right? Do you know what he wrote? No. The wrote exam was easy. No, the written exam was easy. Kind of a written, like the exam where you write is the written exam, correct? Do you know when dash pick your classes for next semester? Do you know when you will pick your classes? So first we need to add that we are mentioning something, someone else, like someone about someone else. So we are using you. That is that for you will. The professor told the college students to write 2 essays. Writing is not really a right word here, and writes is not also the right word here, because writes come where that like he writes good. Okay, when we are talking about a singular person, I guess that is when we use writes. But since we are mentioning about college students, they must be, I guess, in a large amount or large number. So we had to give to write here, and writing is about, like, in the current tense when we talk about that. Okay, I'm writing about this, or I'm writing about that. Okay, like we are currently in phase of writing or d- doing something. My classes look interesting, but I can only take one. I will pick. Okay, so the context here is about that many classes look interesting. A guy says that according to him, many classes look interesting to him, but he can only take one out of all of them. So, according to you, if you like something and you had to choose only one of them, which one would you choose? Would you choose your least favorite, or would you choose the most one, the most favorite, or the most favorite one you will like? Right. So, the answer is kind of obvious that you would choose the favorite one. Okay, finally we completed the chapter 2 and we shall complete the chapter number 3 and then we shall be done with this
Writing a love chapter. Eddie's advice column.
love chapter. Okay,
Hello, friends.
hello.
I'm Eddie. Today, the question is, how can I write a love chapter for my date?
Okay, how can I write a love chapter for my date? So he's asking about how can he write a love chapter for his
You're in the
date.
right place. I'm not an author, but I have written many love notes.
Okay, so Eddie says that okay. Eddie says that he is not an author, but he has written many love notes so that he can have the person who asked
They're like
about the love
chapters,
chapter
just
for
shorter.
the date. They are like chapters, just shorter, just short.
Here's
Okay,
what you can do.
let's see. Eddie suggests writing a science book, a shopping list, love notes. Yes.
Start with a sweet description.
Okay. Start with a sweet, sugary taste. So it does not mean that you had to add like actual sugar here. That he mean to say that something pleasing. Start with a sweet description is kind of a saying like it should sound pleasant to the reader. Okay.
Think about your date and write what you like best about them.
Okay. So see, so he says that the person you are dating, you need to know about them, I guess, and you need to write what you actually like the best about them, like their physique or whatever you like about them, right?
Do they have a smile that smells like
Do they have a smile that smells like? So I do not know how can smile actually smells like something, but it is kind of a way to, I guess, compliment the smile of that person. Okay, so when we are adding something here, it is not about televisions. It is about strawberries and bananas. So I guess it is strawberry the right answer here because banana is also an answer, but I guess bananas are not really that much good you know, with smells. I guess so. Strawberries is the right answer.
strawberries? Maybe their laughter is as warm as a sunny patio. You don't need big words, just words that show your feelings.
Okay, so he also mentioned that the laughter could be another, mm, way to compliment them. That when they hear you laughing or something like that, it kind of gives a warm feeling like you are on a sunny sunny patio. You don't need big words. That you don't need to overthrow compliments. Okay, you just need to show your real feelings, that what you think about them.
Remember, it's the meaning that counts.
Yes, that's what I meant, that it is the meaning that counts about, right? It does not matter how short it is, but what matters is what you actually wrote about them.
Add a fun memory.
Add a fun memory.
Include a memory of a fun time you spent together.
Okay, so you need to include a kind of a memory that you like to spend together with them in order to remind them that, yeah, I actually like spending time with you. Okay.
Did you taste a new flavor of ice cream or laugh at a funny movie?
Did you taste a new flavor of ice cream or laugh at a funny movie? It is kind of a memory that whatever you want to write, it could be any kind of memory, but it should be good, not really like a sad kind of memory. It should remind the other person that you are dating, like it should be a pleasant for them to read, it, not be a like a sad story. Choose the option that means comedy. Comedic is kind of a funny attribute, I guess. Yes. So, did you taste a new flavor of ice cream or laugh at a funny movie? So, like I just said, comedic is kind of a funny moment, right? Like a comedy movies are basically funny. Like it pleases the viewers. They laugh at it when they watch it. So, the funny is the right answer.
Describe it like you are sharing a chapter from a book about the two of you. It makes your love note extra special.
Describe it like you are sharing a chapter from a book about the two of you. So it's like saying that uh, you wrote that text right out of a book, and that book is all about you two people that are dating. It makes your love note extra special.
Right from the heart.
Right from the heart is basically not like take out your heart, but is about like pouring out your actual feelings about the person you like. Okay.
Don't worry about getting everything perfect.
Yeah. You don't need to be worry about like getting everything perfect. Like if everything is perfect, not everything is perfect then in the relationship. I guess that's what he meant. There should be some resistances as well, otherwise you won't grow, right?
It's your own love chapter, not
It's your own love chapter, not so he wants to say that this is about you two people and not about anyone else, and you should always uh like not take it that seriously like other people's or something like that. It's your own love chapter, so you should go for it or something like that, that you should not really you know mind about getting things imperfect or whatever he wants to maintain. So it's your own love chapter, not a test, not a and bananas are kind of out of context here, and he is kind of comparing he here is that it's a love chapter. So you can write anything you want, but it should be from out of your heart, that it should please the other person, and it is not kind of a test where everything needs to be perfect. Okay.
a test. Write what you feel and let your heart lead the way.
Yeah, so that's what I just meant, that write what you feel, what do you feel about the other person, and let the heart lead the
Even
way.
if your words are messy like my laundry pile, they'll still be full of meaning.
Even if your words are not, if some sentences are kind of weird or does not sound really good, but they still kind of mean something to other person because it is coming out of you, from you, and that's what the other person really cares about, that the other person actually wrote something for me. Eddie suggests writing from the heart is important. Yes, that's correct.
That's what really matters.
Hmm.
With these tips, you can write a love chapter that will wow your date.
So with this chapter, you also learn about how to love, how to write a love note to your date or to your loved one. It's not about just a date, guys. It's about sending and letting the other person or your family members know that you actually care about them and what do you actually like about them, and time to time you should actually compliment them for their work, right? So
Good luck, Eddie.
What is this? Okay. Eddie suggests focusing on perfect grammar. No, not everything needs to be perfect. Complex vocabulary. If it is complex, then how the other person would understand what they have written? They would have to open a dictionary to see, okay, so this is what they meant. It should be something like a clean. It should be literally clean to understand, I guess. Because if you are in a flow and then you break your flow, I guess it kind of like breaks uh, your like the main focus of why you actually wanted to present your feelings or let them know about your feelings. So it's about the personal feelings. Okay, I guess we completed the chapter with 100% accuracy. Nice. So we completed 3 chapters today and we shall move ahead with the next chapter tomorrow. Obviously, if I get the time, I will actually do it. But let's hope for the best, guys. So yeah, hopefully you learned something new today, and if you did, make sure to subscribe and like the video. And that's all for today. And I will see you in the next one. Next one. Alright, all till all are one, guys.